Hey guys, DJ AJ101 here, and yes, another article is on my screen. As you guys can see, yes, I've been going article crazy lately, trying to catch up on the articles because I realized I haven't been doing all that many this month, and this past week I've been trying to catch up on my latency, a little bit of latency on my articles that I usually do throughout the week, at least 1 or 2, 3, maybe 4. Try to do at least once a day, let you guys know on a topic of what I'm thinking about, what's out there. And this one's just a little bit old. It's from about 2 days ago, but I figured I'd give you my thoughts on it. I found it and I thought, well, what a great article to talk about because this is current trending right now. Of course, the article, as you guys can see from the title above me and on my display, my screen, why the post-PC, quote unquote, is far bigger threat to Microsoft than the Mac or Linux ever will be. Now, the reason I found this article interesting is because a lot of people talk about how the Mac is a threat to Microsoft and how Google is a threat to Microsoft and all this other stuff. Now, in a way, Apple and Google are both a threat to Microsoft. However, when a lot of people talk about it, they consider it in the PC realm, you know, like the Google Chromebooks and the MacBook Pros and the MacBook Airs and all these innovative technologies that are coming from Apple and Google, but they're desktop-based OSs. They're PC, quote-unquote, based OSs. They're the personal computer-based operating systems. Point-and-click OS, physical keyboards, all that good stuff. So when I saw this article and it said, you know, the change may come approaching to Microsoft, I thought, let me think about this for a second. Let me think how Microsoft can really not be beneficial to this big change. Of course, they're not actually talking about what I just said. They're talking about, of course, all the Android phones, the iPhones, the Windows phones, the iPads, the Android tablets, all these tablets and smartphones that are out there that are definitely eating into Microsoft's profits, because instead of people getting maybe a laptop, Ultrabooks, I think they're calling it Ultrabooks, like a competition with the MacBook Air, they're actually considering a tablet now. They're actually considering an iPad or an Android tablet as their PC, because they said, well, you know, I only surf the web and I only check emails and I only do this and that. And it's a lot of these people, that's the only thing they do. You know, they browse Facebook, they check email, they browse the web, and that's it. And they said, well, you know, this offers me a really simple solution. It's got a lot of battery, like an iPad or an Android tablet, and you know, I'll get that. You know, why would I want to spend more money, $600-700 for a good Windows Windows PC, personal computer, laptop, when I could just get a tablet and, you know, at $300-400-500 for a nice tablet, and you know, that's all I'm going to need, because I don't use the computer that much. I just want to check my stuff and get on with my life. And the same thing with the smartphone. You know, a lot of people are carrying their smartphones with them. That's their main source of computing for the day, their personal computing anyway, because they check their Facebook, they do their Twitter and everything. If you're like me, you know, you're always on your smartphone and you're using that for the majority of the day on what you do. But anyways, getting back to the article, this article is, you know, talking about long-term future, that Microsoft is going to basically lose a lot of ground to the post-PC era. And right now, of course, they're sitting nice and pretty because they say a lot of people are familiar with the Windows OS, and that really, you know, keeps them from going outside the bubble, as they would say. You know, Microsoft has a nice little bubble of people that, you know, will recommend the PC because, oh, I know how to help you with this if you have a problem and this and that. And they're thinking, you know, that'd be a good reason to stay with it. And I really don't know the OS of you know, Linux or Mac OS 10 or anything like that. So, you know, it's probably a good place to stay, and that's why I'm going to stay there. Microsoft has a lot of momentum, and they have a lot of familiarity with their OS because it's so ubiquitous and Windows is everywhere that a lot of people are going to want to stay on board. But, you know, a lot of people are saying in this article, you know, but the future is changing. A lot more people are getting tablets. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have smartphones, because I know a lot of my friends, you know, they do have a computer, but they're hardly ever using it. They're hardly ever using that laptop. They're always on their smartphone, you know, and I can even consider them, you know, seeing once the tablet progresses a little bit more and a few more things that I would like to see coming from the tablet, you know, rather than just full screen OS and maybe a little bit better multitasking, you know, have multi-page things open on a tablet. You know, I can easily see a tablet being a viable option as well. You get a keyboard with it, you can do your typing on it, you can wirelessly print from it. It's just as good if you got to rate that report. So, I mean, it really is becoming the smartphone and tablet, and there really is, you know, kind of a offward trending set. You know, even though you have the Ultrabooks and you have the MacBook Airs, which are nice ultra portables, which are for the professionals that need them on the go, I think a lot of people are going to benefit just from the tablets and the smartphones. I don't see Microsoft really having an outward push into the tablet industry besides Windows Phone 7 and kind of putting that onto a tablet, which I think they're going to try to do. I don't know if it's going to be a major success because it's still going to have Windows as the underpinning, and people go into that, they're not going to get the best touch interface. And I kind of said that in my Windows 8 video that I like the interface of it, but once you get into the Windows portion of classic Windows point and click OS, you pretty much failed with touch interface. But anyways, what do you guys think about this whole matter? Do you think that it really is as big of a threat? I think Microsoft always going to have their business portion. I think offices and business enterprises are always going to need Windows as the PC part of the company, but as the consumer part, I think this really is a big threat to Microsoft in the long run, at least in the next 10 years, maybe even sooner. But I think this might really bite Microsoft if they don't do something big time to create a new big consumer thing, kind of like with the iPad as a tablet. When Windows 7, I think, is going to make a good push as the phone, but we'll see what Microsoft can implement with this Windows 8 multi-touch and also desktop background OS. It's just going to have to wait and see. It looks cool, but is it going to take off? Anyways, guys, I've rambled on long enough. This video is probably way longer than what I wanted to be, but I really wanted to explain my points. And I would like you guys to leave comments or send me messages if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Also, like I said in the beginning, rate this video up if you do like this video. That helps me out, and of course, helps me realize what you guys like in my content so I can keep bringing great content. Also, subscribing if you guys like this content as well. Hopefully, then you're always up to date on what I bring out and what I push out through YouTube. A great channel of information and technology that I like to push down my channel. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Rate, comment, subscribe if you would like. I would like to see your comments about this article. But until next time, guys, have a great one.